Yes, welcome to a new episode 72 for Class-9th physics. The chapter is gravitation, new chapter, having a new sensation. In this chapter, to learn this chapter, we use three terms. The three terms are gravitation, second term is gravitational force, and third term is gravity. In general way, all terms are used as gravitation. But these three terms are quite different. They have some similarities, but they are quite different. Yes, my students, in so many books you learn that gravitation, gravitational force, and gravity, all are same thing. Just so many books I have learned. In that books, it is described that all are same. But my students, these three terms are quite different. They are correlated. They are similar, maybe, but not concurrent. In the language of mathematics, in geometry, that they are not concurrent. Yes, first we discuss about the gravitation. Gravitation is a process of attraction between the two objects that may be terrestrial, that may be celestial. The two objects, between them, the process of attraction is called gravitation. And this act between two terrestrial objects, it means the earth around near the earth's surface. These objects are called terrestrial or on the surface of the earth. And celestial, the earth is moving around the sun. For sun, this is celestial. Or the moon is moving around the earth. Is celestial form. In these objects, attraction act, and that attraction, that process of attraction is called gravitation. And it does not depend on the size of the object, on the shape of the object, and even on the mass of the object. Okay, my students? This gravitation is a phenomenon of attraction between the two objects, whether the object is terrestrial or celestial, and also their mass will large or small, their shape is big or small, or is spherical or rectangular or so on, and their size is small or big. It does not matter. This process of attraction occurs in the universe and near around the Earth's surface and also on the surface of the Earth. This process of attraction is called gravitation. Now, you ever think that you have thrown a stone in upward direction? For reaching some height, it stops and again comes back towards the earth. It means we have learned in the previous chapter, Galilean philosophy, that a uniform motion does not need any force. One, if an object is in moving, it does not need continuous force to move if an unbalanced force is not acting on the object. Okay, my child? And here you have applied a force to throw this duster in upward direction. Then why it stops after reaching a height, particular height? The frictional force of the air is, if it is very less, then why it is stopped? It means someone is compelling it to stop. An unbalanced force is acting, and that force also compels the duster that comes back towards the earth. Yes, my children, a second phenomenon. If you tie a stone with a thread and if you whirl it circular, then which force is compelling to change the direction at each and every point? This and the object moving on this circular path, then which force is compelling to change the direction on each and every point of the circular path? Which force? Because we know that force can change the direction of the motion. It means when an object is moving on a circular path, if force is acting, when unbalanced force is acting, which is compelling it to change its direction of motion at each and every point on the circular path. And that force is centripetal force. That force is centripetal force means center second force. Like this, if in the center earth is put and the moon is moving around this earth, and the moon is changing its direction at each and every point on its orbit, it means a centripetal force is active on the moon who compel it to change its direction and also move on the fixed orbit. That centripetal force is provided by the phenomena of gravitation, a force of attraction between the earth and moon. A phenomena of attraction occurs between the earth and moon that provide that force. It means centripetal force is provided by the phenomena of attraction between the earth and the moon. And in this way, on these discussions, the Newton comes on conclusion that in the universe, each and every object is attracting each other towards its center. The phenomena is gravitation, and the force is acting between the two objects that may be celestial or terrestrial, which is acting toward the center of the object. Between the two objects is called gravitational force. And a gravitational force never be negative. It always positive. It does not repel. it always attracts my children. Every time it attracts, not repeat. So it is always positive because the gravitation is the phenomena of attraction, not repulsion. And due to this phenomena, a force act. That force is called gravitational force. Gravitational force is a force acting between the two celestial or terrestrial objects, acting toward the center of the object, which attract each other, is called gravitational force. And third term, gravity, it is gravitational force. But here is a particular term that gravitational force exerted by the earth on any celestial or terrestrial object is called gravity. Gravitational, it is also gravitational force, but it is a special name is given to the gravitational force exerted by the earth on any celestial or terrestrial object. Hence, gravity is the gravitational force exerted by the earth on any terrestrial or celestial object. In this way, my children, these three terms are similar but not concurrent. I think that these points give you a clear concept that these terms are not same. There are some differences. Okay, my students, a question arises that what is the magnitude of the gravitational force? It depends on any factor. If it depends, then on which factors is depending. The question arises in your mind. I am giving an example of our daily routine school diet. You recall your classes time. Okay. You have three big personalities in your campus. Your principal, your administrative son, not your son, a new personality. And third, a teacher, a room teacher like me. These are the three personalities present in your school. And you are a student of 9th class. And your class is in front of the assembly dais. If you want to go for Mother Gustin class time, showing that I am going to drink water, and if principal is standing on the assembly munch, then you feel a very strong force and you move back in the classroom immediately. Okay? If not, you also isn't there. Then some steps came. But when he asked them, why you are coming? You will go back in your class. And third, if just like a teacher is present, then we will change that why you are coming, go back in your classroom. It is not a time to take water. Then you will go there. In all cases, the phenomena is saying that you are repelled. Okay? There is not attraction, but you are repelled. But it is also a force. The strongest force in the case of principal and you, some less force acting between the naughty outside and you, and more or less between me and you. It means the force of repulsion depends on the personality like that. This personality means mass of the object. Gravitational force acting between the two objects is directly proportional to the product of the masses of the object. This law is given by the Isaac Newton. What he had told, this law is called universal law of gravity. Universal law of gravitation. In this law, Newton told that the force of attraction between the two objects, that may be terrestrial or celestial, is directly proportional to the product of masses of the object. Suppose it is the object A, its mass is m1, and another object is m2, its mass is m2, and the object is B, and the distance between the center of the objects is R. Therefore, according to the Newton's universal law of gravitation, the force of attraction between the two objects is directly proportional to the product of the masses of the object. Means like repulsive force between the principal and you, between the naughty answer and you, between me and you. The force change between two celestial objects like Earth and Moon, like Sun and Moon, and two terrestrial like Earth and we, like Earth and an apple, or anything. The gravitational force depends directly proportional to the product of the masses of the object. And second, also law here given, which is called universal square law. It is directly proportional to the square, inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the two objects. The object is A and B, and the distance between these two objects is R. Then the gravitational force acting between these two objects is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. In your school life, it also depends. If you are in school campus, then every moment you worry about your principal, about your director, about your academic in charge, not yourself, and also some respected teachers. But when you go out from the campus after the final bell, if you are a student of a airport, and if you are studying at Shadali Chowk, then you do not worry about any one of them. If they are present a moment, then you will return like this. But don't worry like the school campus. Because here you are in a close circle, means the distance is very less between the principal and you. But there you are free. The R is very high. So you are worthless about the power of the principal. Which class you are worthless for that. Like that, if the object is far away, then the gravitational force is less, very less, and if the distance is less, then the gravitational force is high. And now we want to join this. by mathematics joint variation theorem. In this, the distance r is constant. For this case, r is constant. Without changing the r, if the masses are changed, then the product is greater or less. And in this case, masses are M1 and M2 are constant. For a particular two objects, we conclude that the gravitational force acting between the two same objects is inversely proportional to the square of the distance of the objects. If distance change, the force acting between these two M1 A and B objects is changed, not for other objects. And by adding with the joint, by the help of joint variation theorem of mathematics, you are getting F is directly proportional to the M1 into M2 by R square. And to remove this variation sign, then you will use a universal constant G M1 into M2 by R square, where G is a universal constant. G is a universal constant. As a magnitude, mathematical value, its magnitude is calculated by the Cavendish after the death of the Newton 100 years. After death of Newton's 100 years, the Cavendish calculated the value of G by experiment sensitive with the help of sensitive balance, and the magnitude of the G is 6.67. G is equal to 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11. Yes. What is the unit of G then? How you will find the unit of G? Here I am not describing the unit of G. We are going to find the unit of G from here, this equation. And then we will get the answer that why capital G is called universal constant. Why? Why we say, and what is the numerical value of G? It is also a force. The capital G is a force. In mathematical term, not numerically, it is equal to a force. What is that magnitude of that force? I will calculate further. But at first, we are going to discuss that how can we find the unit of G. You are writing A is equal to capital G into M1 into M2 by R square. Therefore, G is what? From here, G is what? A into R square by M1 into M2. Now write the units of this physical quantity, Newton, meter square, or masses kg into kg, that is Newton meter square per kg square. This is the unit of the G. Newton meter square per kg square is the unit of capital G. We are able to find this SI unit of G from this equation. And this value is calculated by the Cavendish after the death of the Newton after 100, near about 100 years. It is calculated by experiment in which the Cavendish have taken the two gold and platinum balls he has used, and then he have calculated the value of capital G. And numerical value of capital G, we are going to calculate the numerical value of G. It is experimental, and now numerical value of G. What? See, F is equal to G into M1 into M2 by R square. If F is 1 Newton, the masses of object is 1 kg and 1 kg, and the distance between the two objects is 1 meter, then 1 Newton into G into 1 kg into 1 kg into 1 meter square. That is, it means this is 1, therefore F is equal to G. It means if the force, gravitational force acting between the two objects having the mass 1 kg and they are separated by a distance of 1 meter, then the gravitational force is equal to the capital G. Capital G is equal to gravitational force. This is the numerical value of the capital G between the two objects having the mass 1 kg and the distance between them is 1 meter. And now, a question arises that why it is called a universal constant. And the gravitational force acting between the two objects are equal according to the Newton's third law. They are action and reaction force. They are action and reaction force because the gravitational force exerted by the object A is equal to the gravitational force exerted by the B on A. And both are acting on two objects, so they are action and reaction force, and they are equal and opposite, acting on two different objects. It means when two objects having different masses, like Earth and this mountain, between these two objects, the Earth is exerting the gravitational force on this plane is equal to the gravitational force exerted by this plane to the Earth. Then the question must come in mind that if the force is same, then why Earth does not come towards this cat? Why this cat fall? Due to the gravitational force of the Earth. This question must come in your mind and think about this. If why it falls, you will get answer from the previous chapter that the acceleration produced in a body depends on the applied force. Because A is equal to A into A. A is equal to, from second law, A is equal to M into A, therefore acceleration produced is equal to force by mass. On this principle, you can think about this. Why Earth does not move towards the cat or a particle or apple? Why the apple falls down when it broken from its tree? Okay, my students, I think that some points are clear, and I hope that you will learn more and more from your books. and I am the helping person for you. The duty of learning is yours because there is no hope of opening schools or what happens. I do not know. I don't say confirmly that what happens. The government will decide that this school may be open in July, but learn more and more. Use this time, my children. It is a golden time for self-study. Okay, my children, thank you to learn from me. I think that I have tried my best to give this lesson, and I think that you prefer it. Thank you. Mechanizers, God bless you.